boxing? Why the fuck are you watching boxing, you sensitive bitch? Why are you watching it? Boxing is not patty cakes. It's not tiddlywinks. It's a brutal motherfucking sport. If you haven't fucking realized, Slugfest City, bitch.
What up, everybody in the YTBC? So, just doing a real quick Freestyle Friday video. Really just going to talk about a whole lot of topics. Try to tackle them as fast and as quickly as I possibly can. And there's actually quite a bit to cover. So, first, just want to talk about this Liam Smith versus Canelo Alvarez fight. Apparently, it's been made official. To give my honest thoughts, I really don't care. Canelo Alvarez, the best thing that he's done recently is vacate the WBC title because he was holding it hostage, and it had been held hostage at a catchweight for quite some time. So when he vacated the belt, that was really the best thing that he's done as of late. So really don't feel any animosity toward him other than the fact that he led the fans on. And I mean, it is what it is, but he finally did the right thing. As far as him fighting Liam Smith, I really don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Now, speaking of Canelo Alvarez, Amir Khan apparently is wanting to get a rematch with Canelo Alvarez at 147 pounds. Now, as of lately, I've been giving Amir Khan a lot of props. A lot of props for stepping up. A lot of props for, you know, I was giving him, what's the word I'm looking for? I was giving him credit for things I wasn't giving him credit for previously. And even when he makes some of these ridiculous statements, I really just been keeping my mouth shut. But it's statements like this that makes people say that he's lost his mind, that he's talking crazy. Listen, Amir Khan needs to not try to get a rematch with Canelo Alvarez, okay? If Canelo Alvarez fights Amir Khan, he's going to want to fight him either at 154 or 155 pounds. I can guarantee you Canelo is not going to go down to 147, and that's simply because he's already said he's not making any concessions. He wouldn't go up to 164 for Triple G. I'm pretty sure he's not going to drain himself to 147 pounds. Now, Amir Khan has also been mentioning Danny Garcia, and I've actually heard a lot of people criticizing him for that, and actually I do think that that is a good idea for him to fight Danny Garcia, for him to pursue that rematch, because he is still the number one contender for the WBC welterweight title. It gives him a chance to avenge his loss, and also, you know, he's being trained by Virgil Hunter now. When he fought Danny Garcia the first time, he was being trained by Freddie Roach, if I'm not mistaken. So, given the fact that he was beating Danny Garcia up until the point where he got knocked out, and I do think that it was more luck than anything else, I think he should definitely pursue that fight as opposed to trying to get a rematch with Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez will just knock him out again. So, now, do I think Danny Garcia will fight him? Nah, I don't think he's going to fight him. I think he would vacate before he defends his belt against Amir Khan. That's what I honestly think. I think that he knows that it was luck. I think that he knows that the chances of him closing his eyes, throwing a left hook, and knocking out Amir Khan a second time is very unlikely. So he wants no part of Amir Khan. That's the way that I feel about that. But I do think that Amir Khan should pressure him for that fight and if need be, force him to vacate the WBC title in hopes that the WBC will just award him the title, kind of like what they did for Triple G. Now, is that the way that I want Amir Khan to win it? No, I would like to see him fight Danny Garcia, but the fact of the matter is, Danny Garcia has been awarded all this privilege that has really not been earned by him, and I think it needs to be put to a stop. And not only that, but if he were to force Danny Garcia to vacate, then that takes, I could basically say, all right, whatever you do from here on out, Danny Garcia, I don't care. He'll be in the same position as Canelo is when it comes to me. All right. So then I could just forget that Danny Garcia even exists, and then we get to see these other guys mix it up. I would like to see Amir Khan take on the winner of either Thurman Porter or Brooke Vargas. And of course, we're expecting for Brooke to beat Vargas. So, being that Brooke would have 2 titles, there's more of a chance that he would want to fight Brooke next, because that's going to, that means if he wins against Brooke, he will have 3 out of the 4 welterweight titles, and then he only has 1 to go after. And then Brooke will finally get the match that he's been trying to get, and then the fans finally get the fight that they want to get. That is the ideal situation for this whole thing. If Amir Khan can get that belt off of Danny Garcia one way or another, and go after Brooke after Brooke presumably beats Vargas, that would be great. So let me go ahead and talk about Brooke a little bit. I do know that there was a lot of trash talk happening against Brooke in the YTBC just a short few weeks ago. And to be honest, I'm not mad at that. It is warranted because Brooke has been fighting nothing but garbage fights. So I'm not mad at it. Anybody who's been criticizing Brooke because of him talking about moving up to 154 pounds in 2017, I get that. However, you do have to give the man benefit of the doubt. There is still time left in the year. If Brooke were to pull off a miracle and somehow become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world between now and moving up to 154 pounds, then you really can't be too mad at him, because he's solidified his legacy in this weight division. Now he's moving up to make his mark in the next weight division. Chances of that happening, very slim. Also, given his track record of how many times he fights a year and who he tends to fight, very slim. So, like I said, the criticism was well warranted. So, another fight I'm looking forward to is the fight between Anthony Joshua and Dominic Breazeale. I do think that Anthony Joshua is going to beat Breazeale. Big shout out to El Dude, aka Boxing Commentaries. He actually thinks that Breazeale is going to pull off the upset and beat Anthony Joshua. So we'll find out tomorrow. But Boxing Commentaries done by El Dude, great channel, very funny, and I think everybody should check them out. But yeah, looking forward to that. I am hoping that after this fight, Anthony Joshua takes on a meaningful fight. I think this is more of a showcase for him more than anything else. I don't think this is a legit threat to him. So I do hope that he steps it up in his next fight. To fight either a Hay or, just somebody who is not, somebody he's not going to blow out in a couple rounds. So, somebody that's going to give him a better fight than Dillian Whyte. How about that? Dillian Whyte has given him his best fight yet. I want somebody who's going to give him a better fight. And if it ends up being Breazeale, that'd be great. But I do think that he needs to step it up. And Anthony Joshua is one of my favorite heavyweights, by the way. So now to the very last topic I'm going to touch on this video, and that is, of course, the cherry on top of the sundae that's happening on Saturday, which is the Thurman versus Porter fight. Right now, I have a grin from ear to ear. This is a fight that I've been waiting for a long time. Ever since they announced, not announced it, but ever since they started talking about this fight possibly happening back in August, I've been clamoring for this fight. And now it's hard to believe that it's finally gonna happen in under 24 hours, or a little over 24 hours, whatever. I'm excited about it. So everybody knows I got Keith Thurman in this, but I don't want him to win by robbery, so may the best man win. Now, big shout out to H Money. I do know that he's supposed to be going to the fight. Bro, I hope you have nothing but a good time. Anything you feel like doing, periscoping, going live on Facebook, whatever, do it. Because there's nothing like being at a fight live. And when I saw Keith Thurman last year, when he fought Collazo, I remember it just being electrifying, and I just could not wait for the fight to happen. So, and this is a better fight, so definitely take it all in, enjoy it. You know, I know you're supposed to be there with at least one other homeboy. That's good, because when you have company, the fights are even better. So I know I had a great time last year, and when I went to go to that fight last year, I mean, I got to see Antonio Tarver's son fight. I also got to see Lamont Peterson's brother fight. It was just really a good time. Oh, and Walter Castillo, if you don't know who that is, he's I think he's from Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. Might be wrong, but he's a pretty good fighter. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not like a leader or anything, but he did fight Amir Imam. Amir Imam did beat him, but he did fight him. So it was a very good match. That was also the same night that Willie Nelson pulled off the upset victory over George Harrison in a very boring fight. And I mean, it was even boring in person. But yeah, it was a great time when I went. So anybody who goes to the fight, hope you all have a great time as well. I actually got to get a real good picture of Winky Wright. So I mean, if you get to go to this fight, just enjoy it. So also, just make sure that, if you're going to this fight or you're going out anywhere with all this crazy stuff that's been happening, make sure that you stay safe and stay aware. But anyways, to all my subscribers, anybody who watches my videos, or if you just so happen to stumble upon this video, hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.
How you think you gon' stop the movement?